Hi students, in this video we are going to learn about how to find the length of an arc. So when we say an arc, it's part of a circle which is from here till here. How do you find the length? I'm not talking about the measure. This is the measure and this is the length. Like if you decide to walk from this spot to over here, how far would you walk? That's the length. Okay, so here's the formula to find the length of an arc. The length of an arc is given by circumference times the measure of the arc divided by 360, which is the measure of the whole circle, right? So C stands for circumference. Remember, circumference is 2 times pi times radius, or you can think of it as 2 times radius is diameter. You can think of it as diameter pi. So here in this case, to find L, you would have to they gave you that the radius is 9. So you would do 2 times pi times 9 times, instead of m, you plug in this number. This is a measure of the angle, which is 45 divided by 360. Now put all these numbers in the calculator just like that. I would put 2, 9 and 45, the numerator numbers up first. 2 times 9 times 45 divided by 360 and leave the pi in the end. Because this one says give the exact answer in the simplest form, and they do not want you to calculate pi. They want you to leave pi as pi. So multiply 2 times 9 times 45 in the calculator first, get the answer, and then divide by 360. So your answer is going to be 2.25 pi feet. The next question. What is the measure of arc VW? So they're asking you in this question for the measure of arc V to W. They're not asking you for the length. They're asking you what's the measure of this arc. What's this angle? Now what they've given us in this question is this is 80. So we know this angle here is 80. This arc is 130. Arc UW is 130. So this must be 130. Now we know that all the around a point, all the angles, it's in a circular shape, must add up to 360. So m plus 130 plus 80 must give you 360. So to find m, you have to do 360 take away 130 take away 80. So your answer is going to be 150 degrees. So always make sure you read the question properly to know if it's a measure or length they're asking you for. In this question, number 3, the radius of a circle is 9 inches. They gave you the radius as 9. You have to find the length of the arc. So again, the length formula is circumference times measure of the arc divided by 360. The circumference, again, always remember it's 2 pi r. So since r is 9, we can go 9 times 2, it's 18 pi. That's your circumference. So instead of circumference, you can put 18 pi. The measure of the arc, so the measure of this arc is 105 divided by 360. So when you put it in the calculator, always remember to just multiply the numerators first. 18 times 105 divided by 360, and then just put the pi as pi. So when you do that, you get 5.25 pi. Next question. Here the question is different. This is IXL U4. The previous questions were IXL U3. So here they're asking you to find the area of the sector. So what's the space in this sector? A sector is a part of a circle. So there's 3 things about a sector you should know. There could be length. You can find the length. You can find the measure of this angle. And you can find the area, the space inside it. So to find the area, here's a formula. It's just like the length. The sector area is defined by the letter small s. That means the area inside the space is small s. It's given by the area of the circle, capital A, times m over 360. Alright. So we know that the area formula, area of a circle is pi times radius square. Unlike circumference, you don't multiply radius by 2, you square the radius to get the area. So here the area of the whole circle will be pi times the radius is 8, so 8 square times, instead of m you plug in the angle measure, which is 45 divided by 360. So again 8 square is 64 times 45 divided by 360. Put in the calculator just like that. In the end, put the pi. So you get your answer as 8 pi in this case. Let me do one more example. The radius is 6. What's the area of the sector? So small s, area of the sector is capital A, which is the area of the circle, times m over 360. So pi r squared, pi times radius square is 6 square, which is 36, times the measure of the angle is 90 divided by 360. So you would just put this part in the calculator and put your answer. Your answer is going to be 9 pi when you multiply it and put in the calculator. One more example. The diameter of a circle is 6. So here they gave you the diameter, which is 6, and you have to find the area of the sector. Area of a sector, we know it's area of the circle times m over 360. So to find area, we need pi r squared. So if the diameter is 6, the radius must be half of 6, which is 3. So pi times 3 square. 3 square is 9, or 9 pi is the area here. So instead of area, you put 9 pi times the measure of the arc, which is 36 divided by 360. And you get your answer as 0.9 pi. Last question. Radius of a circle is 1 foot. Radius is 1. So the area will be pi r squared, which is pi times 1 squared is just 1. So the area is just pi. So let's write the formula of the sector. You have to find the area of a sector. So S is capital A times M over 360. Instead of capital A, we found the answer or area of the circle to be just pi because the radius is 1. M is 84 divided by 360. So you get, when you put this in the calculator, you're going to get a decimal. When you do this fraction, you're going to get 0.233 repeating decimal. Now here in the instructions, they say give the exact answer in the simplest form. So if you continue to put this answer as a decimal, it's going to give you incorrect answer. So if you get a repeating decimal, just do this in the calculator in the form of a fraction using the fraction key on your calculator. You have to do 84 over 360 using the fraction key in your calculator. So it'll simplify it for you or simplify it by yourself, and you get the answer as 7 over 30 pi. So good luck on doing the rest of the problems.